Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today's weapon we have the Synoid Gammacor. This is another Syndicate weapon, this time with Cephalon Suda. You can acquire this at max rank and you can trade it for 100,000 reputation. So yeah, what makes this what makes the Syndicate weapon so special is if you notice on the bottom right, you see that symbol. Once you fill it up with affinity, or let's say you kill many enemies with it, the weapon will give an AoE burst, which gives you magnetic damage and energy. So this weapon is very useful to give you more energy than needed. And it's a beam weapon. A very cool looking beam weapon. Now, let's go and check the stats of the weapon. This build requires 5 Forma. Sadly, every Syndicate weapon you require or acquire will have no polarities. So, yeah, this takes about 5 Forma to, well, upgrade. Or was it? Oh, no. I have 5 Forma. Sorry, I don't know what's happening to me. Anyways, accuracy of the weapon is pinpoint. Since it's a beam weapon, it's understandable. Critical chance is very high. Critical multiplier even high. Well, to some it's not that high, but to me it is. Fire rate is 12, which is understandable. It's a beam weapon, not a machine gun. Magazine is 80, which is fine because from what I could tell, this weapon is not bad for ammo. It's very efficient. Noise is alarming, of course. Reload speed is quite fast. The status is high. And as you can see at the bottom, there is no impact, there is no slash, and there is no puncture. Just magnetic damage and whatever status you have. But don't be fooled. Just because the weapon doesn't have it, doesn't make it a bad weapon. As I will demonstrate now. As you can see on the bottom right, I didn't consume much ammo. And the thing about this weapon is, besides being accurate, it increases damage the longer you hold the trigger. So keep that in mind. And the animation is just so good. And in case you noticed, the status was immediate, instantly on, which is a very good sign. Okay, first we're starting off with the standard build. Standard builds are basically mods that are common or easy to acquire by anybody and not that expensive to level up. So here we go. Starting off, we have Hornet Strike, which gives us 220% damage. Barrel Diffusion, which gives us 120% multi-shot. Next is Lethal Torrent, gives you more multi-shot and fire rate. In case for those who are a bit confused, multi-shot essentially, let's say you fire a gun. You fire it once, and instead of one bullet, it becomes 2 bullets. So here, it was 1 a while ago, now it's 2.8. Basically, not only does it give more damage, but it also gives more status opportunities. Next we have Convulsion and Pathogen, which gives us 90% of electricity and toxin, just for more damage. Combined, they give corrosive damage. Corrosive damage is good against armored units. So the Grineer, the Corrupted, and sometimes the Infested, yeah, anything with armor. But be careful. If you use this element against enemies with no armor, you will do less damage. Okay, next up, Pistol Pestilence, which gives us 60% toxin and 60% status chance. I added this just to give more, well, more elemental damage. Next we have Target Cracker, which gives us 60% critical damage, and Pistol Gambit for 120% critical chance. And that gives us 44.0% critical chance and 3.2 times critical damage. Not bad. Not bad. Now we get to test it out. Look at that. And I didn't consume much ammo. It's so good. It's just like the Vandal weapon I showed before. What was it called? The Spectra, yeah. Oh, sorry. I have to demonstrate it with them moving. Because once the enemies are paused, you get extra damage, and that's not really the point. So let's do this. Oh, well, that's awkward. Okay. Despite the error, you can see that the weapon is very effective. Now, I'm not using invincibility because, well, I want to show how effective the weapon is, and it makes the video a little bit interesting. Just a little bit. If it's boring for you, sorry. That's not my purpose, but whatever. Next, we'll try a viral build. Viral is cold and poison. Now, unlike corrosive damage, viral attacks the health of the enemy, basically decreasing it to the point where you can easily kill them. It works almost against every faction, but the most effective would be against the Corpus, right here, the robots. Now, unlike the Grineer or the Corrupted, the Corpus have shields, but their shields cannot protect them against poison. Does that make them weak? No. The Corpus are strong because they have very advanced weapons. So here we go. Oh my god. See that? It's just that easy. Of course, we'll go live. No recoil and a considerable range. It's a pretty good gun. Well, if you want to build this another way, you could put Auger Pack, which gives you more damage, just raw damage. Oops, let me just switch that up. But you would have to switch and put Frostbite for more viral again. You can get these mod from the Bounties of Cetus. Sorry, my brain. Oh my god. But yeah, in case you're confused, the weapon and the mods used, or at least the key mods, will be in the description. That way, you get a better idea of where to get this stuff and more status about the status, more details about the weapon. Okay, let's test it out. See? It works just as good. But let's say if you don't want Auger Pack, well, you could put another 60/60 mod if you want. But the results are pretty much the same. You kill them, and yeah, everyone's happy. Okay, next we move on to the expensive build. Expensive build is what you'd expect, mods that are rare and usually expensive to level up. So here we go. Not much change apart from Pistol Gambit, yeah, and target cracker, which gives us more critical damage and critical chance, giving us 57.4 and 4.2 criticals. Yeah, it's a it's a good build. Next we have Magnum Force. This is a mod you cannot farm. You can only acquire this in Orokin Derelict missions. It says here 165% damage minus 55% accuracy. Now I know some of you don't like the loss of accuracy, especially when it does this to your gun. I know it looks bad because what happened to the beam? It's going everywhere. But like the previous weapon I've shown, the Spectra Vandal, it doesn't really matter because it can still hit the head. Provided you don't die, of course. There we go. And keep in mind, I am not using Warframe Powers. If you combine it with Warframe Powers, you get more damage. And these guys are higher levels. If they were any lower, you can imagine the mayhem you can cause with this weapon. Okay, let's say you don't have Magnum Force. Well, you could combine it with the same build as before. You can put back either Convulsion or Deep Freeze. But if you don't have Magnum Force, you can put this. You get your accuracy back and you get 135% more critical chance when aiming for 9 seconds. Sadly, this weapon cannot be farmed at the moment, or at least at the moment of this video. So you can only get this if from trade chat, but I don't know how much it is now, so keep that in mind. Little demonstration. And when it says on headshot, basically just hit them on the head. Look at that. Yeah, if you can survive long enough to keep it steady, it's guaranteed to hurt people. And then we put, but I just prefer this for the sake of pure damage. Next we just put Frostbite. Oh wait, is it already? Yeah, it's viral. Then we go to the corpus, just because. Then we combine it with our Warframe Powers. Well, I believe that's the best place to end the video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as usual, I hope this video helps. If you don't like the build or the way I showcased it, it's fine. You can disagree. I'm just showing insight. But anyway, thank you for your time, and as usual, hit the like button and subscribe if you're interested. It really helps the channel out, and I'll see you in the next video.